violence or no other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
LAPD has released images tonight of a South LA murder suspect. He is wanted in the stabbing death of a 70-year-old man. Now, the suspect was caught.
70-year-old man. You're gonna stab a 70-year-old man, and I believe this man that this super gremlin stabbed was an Asian man, okay? Because his name is Dal Lee. So I'm assuming that that is an Asian man. So this would go down as a hate crime. I said hate crepe, like the little French pastry, but nah, a hate crime. All right. We need to start taking the stats for ourselves, honestly, because the FBI, they're slacking on the data from 2021. I'm not sure if they'll have the data for 2022. But, I mean, super gremlins have to have taken the cake for hate crimes against anyone in general in the past few years.
On camera walking away from the scene, we're told. The deadly attack happened Thursday on South Main. Call LAPD's Central Bureau Homicide Detectives if you have any information.
And we're also following this breaking news for you out of Canoga Park this morning. 3 people have been shot at the scene this morning. Here's a live look on Loma Verde, just west of DeSoto and north of Victory.
It's going down, man. It's going down all in Cali. I definitely wanted to touch on Cali because, you know, we haven't been here in a while, but that doesn't mean that the super gremlins get off demon time. All right, they still active out here. This one almost a mass shooting. They had one less of what they needed to classify this one as a mass shooting. And, you know, this is every day in the community.
Now, police have not told us the conditions of those 3 victims or if officers have made any arrests in this case. As soon as we get details, we'll bring them to you.
We're looking to take more steps to protect reproductive freedom. In anticipation of new abortion laws, the Women's Legislative Caucus announced a bill that would block other states from obtaining subpoenas for people who have abortions here in California.
So, guys, I definitely wanted to briefly go over this. There has been mass hysteria when it comes to the overturning of Roe v. Wade. And I did the breakdown of the origins of Planned Parenthood. You can go check that out on my live Tales from Margaret Sanger, Origins of Planned Parenthood and the Negro Project. All right, so guys, make sure you go and watch that, and you will get a full briefing on the origins of Planned Parenthood, the origins of some of the feminist women that that basically piloted this entity, if you will. And you'll get a breakdown of how it has affected the community, all right, in ways that you will never imagine. So make sure you guys go and check that live out. But I'm going to let this shorty talk. She's going to give a testimony on when she had an abortion. So let's listen up.
East Bay Assemblymember Mia Bonta said in many states the bans will affect women of color disproportionately. She shared her own choice made as a young college graduate.
Coming out of Yale with my very first job.
Okay. First off, you can tell that this woman is super selfish. You just graduated from Yale. You're eschewing for a job, right? A good job at that. You get pregnant, you loose with the goose, you getting passed around, you tossing it around, You're not using protection. You're not vetting the men that you're sleeping with. And you get pregnant. You know you coming into a good situation. You coming up on your first job. And you abort the child. Because you put the career over your child. Okay? And it gets on my nerves that these women are acting as if it's some act of bravery to have an abortion. No. It's an act of cowardice. And I'm here to tell you now, guys, these super gremlins, and I'm here to tell you now, guys, these super single mother gremlins are on demon time.
I found out that I was pregnant, and I had to weigh all of the decisions that came with that reality. And I chose to get an abortion. I chose to own my body.
Own your body. Own your body. But what about the child's body that you aborted? Okay? You didn't allow that fetus to own its body. It's crazy, man. So that's what she says. I mean, you shouldn't have opened your legs if you were not ready for the consequences. Okay? You got to stand up. You got to stand tall. You got to stand 10 toes in it. Or wear protection. Okay? And don't give me that crap like, oh, well, condoms break. Yeah, you can feel when a condom breaks. And birth control is 99.9% effective. So if your birth control is not effective, then most likely you're not taking it every day at the same time.
California lawmakers are also working to provide money for women who may need to travel to California if abortions are banned in their states, Julie.
Well, Senate.
And the taxpayers are going to be paying for that.
Today, LA County expected to double the reward for information leading to the person who killed a 4-year-old boy almost 6 years ago. Salvador Esparza III was shot and killed in Altadena back in 2016. The reward for information on his killer has gradually increased over the years, but with the reward set to expire later this month, the board expected to both extend and increase the offer to $50,000.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting
just took place. Excuse me, I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured, but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo. Ain't that nigga J.
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass
Yeah,
suit on.
that's that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
All right, guys. So I just wanted to give you a briefing on what's going down in the California area, Los Angeles area, and now to the moment you have all been waiting for. Oh man. So Meg Thee Stallion said that Tory Lanez shot her in the foot. I obviously did the breakdown of the live, and I was very neutral in that breakdown, saying I don't put it past them, okay? I don't put it past any of these dudes, man, to do something like that. And I said if he did do it, then he needs to be held accountable. But if she's lying about the situation, then she needs to be held accountable. And it appears that she is actually lying about the situation. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down this Los Angeles Police Department incident report. And it shows that Meg Thee Stallion did not have any gunshot wound particles in her foot. So let's get into it. My partner admonished Harris per LAPD form 150300. She responded yes, 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 and yes when asked if she wanted to talk about what happened. Harris said, "I really want someone to represent me." Our investigation revealed that on 07/12/2020, all right, so that's July 12th, 2 years ago, at approximately 4:30 hours, a physical altercation between Harris and Pete occurred at 1841 North Nichols Canyon Road. So that is Meg Thee Stallion is Pete, and her friend Lexi, I believe, is Harris. An unknown suspect fired approximately 5 rounds. Smith, Peterson, Pete, and Harris entered the black Escalade and flee southbound on Nichols Canyon Road. Based on Peterson's seating position and the position of the firearm, Peterson was the last person to have constructive possession of the firearm. So Peterson is Tory Lanez. Peterson Daystar was placed under arrest for violation of 25-400 PC, carrying concealed weapon in a vehicle. He was transported to Hollywood Station for booking and processing. Smith, Peterson, and Harris did not complain of pain or injuries. Pete was transported to Cedars-Sinai and was treated by Dr. Loffredo for lacerations to her left foot. Dr. Loffredo confirmed laceration due to stepping on glass. Okay? So no gunshot particles in her foot, just stepping on glass. And she did say that, or there have been accounts that she may have kicked the window out in the car, okay, because she was trying to get out of the car. All right, so that's that. There were 5 rounds that were fired, so the gun did go off, but who shot it, we don't know.
So I get out the car and it's like everything happens so fast. And all I hear is this man screaming. He said, "Dance," and he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, he shot a couple of times. Mm-hmm. And I was so
is he in the car shooting from the car, Megan?
He is standing up over the window, shooting. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even want to move. I didn't want to move too quick, like, because I'm like, oh my God, if I take the wrong step, I don't know if he can shoot something that's like super important. I don't know if he could shoot me and kill me. Like,
were you afraid for your life at that time?
I was really scared because I had never been shot at before. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I looked down at my feet because I wasn't even, the adrenaline is pumping so hard. I'm not sure if he hit me. Like, I feel it, but I don't understand what's happening. So I look down at my feet and I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm really bleeding.
Mm-hmm. Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work!